down here at the latter part of that first quarter, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George getting to the basket. How do you sharpen up your defense?
Got to do a better job in the pick and roll. We got to sit down. We got to make them shoot contested two-point shots.
All right, 3D, thank you. Coach Carlisle, Jalen Brunson, the mid-range game.
That was foul, too.
He thought he was hit.
I might have to call my tailor and have him make me something similar to that. See if I got. You think I can pull it off? You got to have a lot of swag to pull that blazer off.
At 7 feet, you can pull anything off.
Appreciate that, man.
Reggie Jackson gets the triple.
Hello.
So Reggie Jackson got into the paint with that lips. Dallas yet to take a free throw. Paul George tracking Luka. And a little step back action for one of the strong big guards.
He has a lot of confidence. A lot of that comes from the fact that he has a unique background playing overseas against grown men and playing a high leverage basketball game at an early age.
But two going to the stripe, looking to the.
Luka's one of those guys that has every move. There's nothing in the scouting report that you could try to take away because he can go. And I like what I'm seeing with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard taking that challenge tonight.
Got the switch, got Ibaka, Luka off the glass. Great touch.
Come on, Joe, what are you going to do?
I felt for Serge.
Yeah,
6 of 9, he's up to 13 on the take. Another one inside. That's for the Clips. Brunson right back at him.
Listen, if you love offensive basketball, you're loving this game because these two teams are going up and see why he's so valuable for these Mavericks. Just Serge gets a good bucket inside right there.
Yeah, great pass over the top. Looking for Willie Cauley-Stein. He found him at a timeout. What a big inning. If you like offense, don't get in the way. Dennis Scott, you're there, and they're talking defense because they need to start talking to each other, don't they?
Yes, sir, Joel and B. Wood. The whole time, reserves, coach staff is talking about we need to communicate more in the pick and roll because the Mavericks are getting too many easy shots.
Thanks, Dennis. Now Paul George, perfect pass, tapped away though. It was Dorian Finney-Smith with the quick hands, wasn't it?
That's a great find, but Zubac's got to catch that. You got to secure the ball first. Sometimes when you're big and you're catching in traffic, you want to go up so quickly that you forget to take the ball with you.
Porzingis denied by Zubac. He comes back on the floor with Tim Hardaway Jr. Brunson stays out there.
Oh,
and what a take!
Wow,
up against the big.
Come on now.
Not fair?
Yeah, it's definitely not fair. They're picking on Zubac now. Anytime they can get Zubac in the switch, they are in attack mode, and Brunson with the excellent move.
Mid-range. Deadly. Kawhi Leonard up to 20 and counting.
And what about both these teams offensively? Both of these teams are shooting over 60% from the field and over 50 from three. First team to play some defense, that's going to be the team that wins this game, and that is not the defense that I'm talking about. Is Porzingis just Euro steps easily down the lane against the Clippers.
You did that, didn't you? He's 7'3" guy, Euroing his way to the cup.
Nah, if I tried any type of Euro steps, Rick Carlisle would have Euroed me right to the bench.
Now Brunson up against Reggie Jackson on an ISO. And Jackson got to the mid-range. Doesn't get the roll. Cleveland back out there. He was the hottest man to start the game. He hasn't missed yet. He's got a dozen on 5 of 5. Porzingis a 30-footer. Got it! Wow. Man, what range. 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter and a 5-point lead for Dallas as they are now 6 of 10 on their threes.
7-3 with range like that. Man, he shot that one from the locker room, Joe.
So now we know why he doesn't like the paint. Rondo on the switch. Kawhi muscles his way into the paint. Jump hook. That'll work every time. Once he gets it's almost like Durant inside of 15 feet, you feel like it's a layup. And once Kawhi gets into the paint, it's almost automatic, isn't it?
And you don't see too many guards that have the old school jump hook in their game. So I know Kawhi, a wing player that makes a lot of his money on the perimeter, but man, when he goes into the mid-post, man, he's not afraid to use some of those old school post moves.
Finney-Smith finds Porzingis up against Kawhi. Little fall away, doesn't get the roll.
And that's why I want to see Porzingis develop in his game, get a little bit more upper body and lower body strength. Because if you got Kawhi right there, instead of shooting the fadeaway, I'd like him to see him shoot maybe that jump hook that Kawhi just shot the previous possession.
Deep three is short for Paul George. Zubac's second chance opportunity for the Clippers. Rondo. The back door's open, and Paul George finds it. Timeout, Dallas. They continue to trade punches. We are halfway through the second 12 on Rondo, and free throws should be coming up, the first of the game, with 5:40 to play in the half for the Dallas Mavericks.
And that's what's so interesting about this game and the game flow is that the Mavericks are going to the free throw line for the first time. It's and they're still winning this ball game. The Clippers have already shot 12 free throws, hit 11, and the Mavericks are just going there now. So that bodes well for these young Mavericks.
Kristaps Porzingis keeps it at 1. You talked about a 7-3 guy with the Euro. Take it to the basket, and then the range. The weapon that he can be, but a more consistent weapon for the Dallas Mavericks.
And that's Porzingis has to develop into that true number 2 for the Dallas Mavericks to take that step and really get back to being a title contending type of team. He has to give Luka a true number 2 option that they can say, hey, we're going to go to you on some nights and give Luka a break.
He's still only 25 in his 5th season. Break it off,
no.
and the foul.
Oh, no.
That's not fair either.
Hold up.
Paul George
out there, big fella. Watch out. Even Porzingis is laughing. I mean, look at this move. Oh, and listen, that's the quick in-and-out burger with cheese right there, Joe. Oh, my. Hey, listen, I'm going to call my main man, Steve Smith, because I got to play for top 5 plays underneath the rim. Paul George better be number 1. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's a little pale, Porzingis is, but I think he's a shade of red now. In a 1-point lead for the Clippers after Dallas had an early 9-point advantage and led to the end of the first quarter, where they haven't lost this year when they've had the lead at the end of the first. And Luka on his way is going to the free throw line on the spin. 6'7" guy with that kind of footwork. A big guard.
Yeah, you just can't speed him up. You see him right there. He just spins right through the trap.